Hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome to the channel. Now new cars these days have a lot of really cool features, and two that stand out to me are wireless charging and wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Now you may already have wired Android Auto and CarPlay, but usually in those cars you don't have wireless charging. And maybe you also want to upgrade to wireless Android Auto and CarPlay. So today we're going to check out two things that'll add both of those things. First we have the MINIX CP85, which adds wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay to any car with the wired version of those, and the MINIX MCC01, which adds wireless Qi 2 charging. And it has cooling. So let's check these out. All right, we'll start with the MINIX CP85. Now, you've actually already checked out a wireless CarPlay and a wireless Android Auto dongle from MINIX before on the channel, but this is the 2-in-1 version, which is very convenient if you're not the only person who uses your car. So if you have an iPhone or an Android phone and the other person driving your car has the other phone, you can just use this. All right, so it's a nice little puck here. We've got glossy finish on top and like a texture on the side here, which is very nice. It has a USB-C port here and a little reset button, I guess. We'll find out. We have a USB-C to USB-C cable and a USB-A to USB-C cable. I think this is a little adhesive, so you can just stick this out of the way. Very convenient. And a manual. Let's take a quick look at this. All right, so the button here, if you hold it for 3 seconds, if you're on Android phone, it turns it into update mode, so you can update the firmware. And if you hold it for 15 seconds, it does a factory reset. So that's convenient to have. Built in, no little pins to push. That's very nice. Now I did mention that you can update the firmware, but what they say is if it's working fine, you don't need to worry about it. And they have the instructions on how to update it on your iPhone and your Android phone. Now this is the Qi 2 magnetic cooling charger, so let's see what's included here. It does up to 15 watts of wireless charging. It has an RGB ring around it. So we have nice packaging here. Okay, this is the charger itself. All right. So we have, okay, that looks nice. Nice glossy. We've got the fan in here. We'll take a look closer. It feels like the chassis is metal here. There's a button here. Charging port right here, USB-C. And the ball mount. Then we have a vent mount right here. Pop it in, tighten that up. And this works by turning this ring. It'll pull this hook back to latch it in. It comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable and a 12-volt adapter with quick charge and power delivery. So we're going to be using the USB-C port, and then you can use the USB-A port to run something else. Little quick instructions too. The button here allows you to cycle through the RGB lighting, so you can choose what you prefer. So that'll be cool to check out. And they have a little list of what cases are supported. Some examples of what works, like no case, MagSafe cases, and then some examples of cases that don't work, like wallet cases or metal backed cases. So now let's go install these in a car and go wireless. All right, so we are in my Mercedes C-Class, which has an aftermarket radio with wired Android Auto and wired Apple CarPlay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use the CP85. Now what you would do in a car with a factory wired Android Auto or CarPlay is connect your wire, find your USB port, I got one right here, and plug it in. But since I also ran one into here, where I usually plug in my phone, I'm just going to plug it in right here because it's USB-C. Pop that in, and you can see here, leave this open so we can watch. It is red. Okay, yep. So you see right here, Bluetooth device, Auto 2 D6F1. Blinking blue, waiting for connection. What I'm gonna do now is go to Bluetooth here. I'm gonna find right here, Auto 2 D6F1 that matches. It's pairing, we'll pair it. It reboots into Android Auto in just a moment. It is reconnected. Yeah, I hear my phone vibrate. Now it's in solid red. It's connected, and we are in. Awesome, and I can just tuck this, yep, solid blue, there we go, connected. Pop that in. Normally I put my phone in here, and now I can just leave my phone in my pocket. So there we go. Let's find a song real quick. Very responsive. Just like in wired Android Auto, you have all your apps, and it works really well. Now to show how it's done before I switch to CarPlay, I'm doing a factory reset. And the LED cycles through different colors while you hold the button. Okay. Now if you hold the button for 15 seconds until it turns white, it will reboot, reset. And there we go, we're back in. Now if you're on an iPhone, you would look for the same thing, Auto 2, in my case D6F1, but the last 4 digits will change depending on your unit. Hit pair, and it boots right in. There we go, and now with, see, solid blue. Swipe through, go to Spotify. Now the little delay you hear between when I hit pause or play and when it pauses or plays is a wireless CarPlay thing. It doesn't have anything to do with the unit itself. And so we have all the apps that you would have installed on your phone that are compatible with CarPlay or Android Auto will show up on the screen, and it looks like it works really smoothly, so that is very good. Now this means that get in your car, well let's see, actually. So you turn off your car, everything powers off. I'm gonna leave this phone right here. Let's say it's in my pocket. Get into the car, boom, power on, boots right in, and we're right into CarPlay. And now I go to Spotify, back to what I was playing, boom, start up. Now let's say I'm driving around, listening to my music, and I see right here my battery indicator starts getting low. Well, I don't wanna, while I'm driving, have to like pull my phone out, fumble around with the cable, plug it in, kind of find a spot to put it, especially in this car, it's a manual. If it gets in the way, it could cause some issues. Let's use a wireless charger. So right here we have the MCC01. It's G2 wireless charging standard. So that will just snap on here, and when it's plugged in, it will charge. So got my 12-volt socket right here, power right here. Boom. If I plug that in, you can see, turns on. We got a nice RGB cycling effect. And the top button will let you actually cycle it through, so you can put in whatever you like. And even off, which, if you want a color, when you have it on, say you're driving at night, you can see where you would want to mount your phone. And one thing I wanted to show you is also the little fan in here. You can see there's a little heat sink on the edge, a itty bitty fan right there. And when you connect right here, you can see it's actually turning here. That'll turn on while it's charging or as needed. And you can actually see, you might be able to see right there, the LED changed to blue. It is running and the fan's running. It's very quiet actually. But having it just snapped onto something here isn't what we want. We want it to actually be mounted somewhere. So we have our vent mount here that comes with the kit. And let's take a look at this. Now the way this works is you'd slide it in between the vents. As you see, it has like a streamlined shape that'll push it apart here. And then what you do is you turn this so that that hook grabs onto the vent. And you want to be careful so you don't damage your vents. You want to assemble this first, tighten that on, and then carefully assemble this. There we go. Turn that. And when you're in position, when you're ready, you just pop your phone on. We're charging right here. Now let's say you don't want to use a vent mount because you want to be able to use your vents. In the summer it's hot, or even in the winter you want to get your warm air. It turns out this is a standard 17mm ball mount. And so accessories like this, also with a 17mm ball mount, will work with the charger. So pop that on here, tighten that up, and I have right here a suction cup sticky mounting arm. Oh, I have to tighten this back up. And we're charging. So you just have that, and you get your vents available. All you have to do is find the 17mm accessory mount. You can also find them with like adhesives. You could like snap it on here, just pop it on, and then there you go. Oh, you could even mount it on your windshield if you wanted. All you have to do is think about where you're gonna run your wire. So you could even run it at an angle, it'll still work. And there you go. So you have your vent mount. You also have some flexibility with all sorts of accessories you can get with the same mount type. And I almost forgot, but you don't have to use just your phone. Say you have AirPods, it'll charge those too. So if you have this mounted out of the way, or right here even, and you say, hey, my phone's fine, but I want to listen to music, say go to the gym or go for a walk out on the town, you can just use it right here. So that's this little manual supercharged C-Class upgraded with modern features. I want to say a big thank you to MINIX for helping me modernize this car. So if you want a wireless charger or a 2-in-1 Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless adapter, I'll leave links in the video description. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, or you want to watch me rebuild cheap European cars, like this car that I bought for only $600, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.